still the voice comes from possibly birds. The structure of the larynx evolutionary comes probably from birds. Birds, they were not flying at the beginning, they were just chicken. They couldn't fly. And then they developed the larynx structure, kind of a larynx structure that it can create pressure and it can pressurizing the body, flying. That thing broke up in two so they can expel more pressure. That was a nice example. Please send me that because I want it. They can release the pressure and they can pressurize even more. And that came down to humans somehow. But again, it's not being born as a communication method.
That's quite interesting. I'm just thinking, I'm trying to picture, because the popular theory is we came from apes. And
Yeah, but then apes don't have enunciations, right? They have a vocal system.
yeah, but then we would have taken our vocal system from apes, because like I said, we modified our vocal cords or vocal system to develop a language, even as you said it wasn't originally intended for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to think how logically we could get the vocal cords from a bird if we evolved from an ape, because one can fly and the other
The
can't.
missing, the missing, how do you call it? The missing thing in the chain. Uh,
DNA.
no, when you miss a piece of puzzle, we're not sure exactly that we come from apes. We're
Yeah,
not
this is.
100% sure, right?
Hmm.
There are some components that they are present in reptiles from dinosaurs, for example. Some of the dinosaurs, they had larynx structure. So who comes from who? Does that make sense? Hey,
Yeah,
we
it
probably
does.
come from apes, but this structure comes from reptiles that they eventually evolved in birds or whatever there was before the dinosaurs.
Sure, unless apes became evolved from birds and then we evolved from apes, that could be the missing link.
That could be. We don't
Yeah,
know
because
exactly
it sounds
how
bizarre, but
we become human, right?
yeah, pterodactyls. It's like, yeah, it could be. That's a possibility. There is a. I know scientists are kind of hesitant to go with this theory because it throws out everything we've been taught. But there is a theory that suggests before we came along, before the Egyptians, before the Greeks, before all of that, there was actually another more civilized society on Earth. Now, here's how it works. Then,
Well,
like the meteor or whatever came down, hit Earth, and then it just destroyed everything. And then we evolved from square one, and that's why we've got a bit of barbaricism. It sounds bizarre, but I can't remember when, but scientists found like this weird structure off the coast of Japan. And the thing that really stuck out to people was A, it was underwater, it was off the coast, and B, the structure had clearly been man made. Because all like the
mm,
walls and the corners and that, they were perfectly even. They were not. They didn't form over time. They were too perfect that for people to go, yeah, the sea did that. It's like, no, someone did that.
okay, and this one is a beautiful question I will never find an answer to. And I'm probably on that side, like, yeah, it could be that there was something like a really evolved civilization before us, and how many could there have been in millions of years between the dinosaur and us? Uh, Good. We will never find an answer. Probably not in the next few years. So try to see it more easy. Turtles, they come long before humans, and turtles, they have a really visible vocal cords. If you, have you ever watched? Oh my God! Please put that in the video. Don't cut it. Have you ever seen the video, the viral video of the two turtles having sex?
No, I have got better.
Please go and check it out. You can see
Why?
basically the turtle, and then
Why?
I'm gonna explain you that. I'm gonna explain that. It sounds really funny, but I'm gonna explain you that. You're gonna literally see the guy turtle doing and being really happy about that. And you can visibly see the vocal structure of the turtle, that it's really similar to what we have in our larynx. Go and check it out, man. So that's the point. The turtles have that larynx, the same structure that we have, and they evolved a lot before than us. Like turtles are coming along before humans, right?
Yeah,
You can
sure,
cut
yeah,
that, right?
sure.
But
I'll
later on, I'm
totally
gonna send you.
know
I'm gonna
what's with
send you. I'm gonna send you the
turtle
turtle having sex because it's really cool, man. You absolutely need to see it, and you can see the vocal cords working. Okay, probably I should have put an introduction to that with the question
Yes.
of have you ever seen how the vocal cords works?
Yes,
And then go into
disclaimer.
the turtle example.
Very late disclaimer. We're gonna talk about turtle. Fucking.
Yeah, put it in the description. It's gonna give you some how do you say the
I don't
hashtag
think that'll
sex turtle.
fly.
But I'm sure that if I send you a picture of my vocal cords and a picture of that turtle, you're gonna see some resemblance at least. And it's impressive if you think that the turtle actually comes a long time before humans.
That's the same with
It's impressive.
crocodiles and alligators, isn't it? They can't.
Now, I'm not sure about the crocodiles if they have vocal cords or larynx. I'm
But
not
I'm
really
talking
a
like the
crocodile, but I can
age
fact.
of the species.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about their vocal cords. They've been around
Exactly.
for a long
So
time as well.
that's a long time before humans. That's why I'm like, yeah, okay, by the apes, but then at the end, they don't have vocalizations. So birds have a vocalization in tune, right?
But then so do dogs, cats, pet rodents.
Not sure they have a vocal cords like human.
Some variation, although it would just be like a little. Oh, my neighbour's got a cat, so all it does is chirps, basically.
Yeah, but I'm not sure they have vocal cords. They don't do that sound with vocal cords.
No, true, they're quite loud.
I'm kind of sure about that.
Cats definitely do. I mean, they can control their meow where they can emphasize a letter of when they say meow. Because I know, oh, which one is it? I forget which, but I know they emphasize the E. I think it's the E. They want something. If it's the O, it's something more. No, the M's more pleasant. It's either E or O where they want attention, and it's the other way for a different one. And the W is kind of more like sort of thing. They can control their vocals.
And they can control the sound.
Yeah, but that's
I'm not sure they have vocals. I'm gonna Google that if they have vocal
because
cords.
I know cats can
That's fine.
control them how they pronounce their meow. So that strikes me as more they do have vocals, but more.
Let me ask you Google.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do cats? I'm really curious now.
Yeah. Because where I live, I got a cat. Well, not my cat, but we've got a cat, which I nicknamed the Corner Shop Kitty, and she's always there. Yeah, naughty little thing, but it's very much when I see it. I know it can control its meow to some extent.
Yes, cat has vocal cords. 2 vocal cords.
Yeah.
Actually, that they work in conjunction with trachea and epiglottis. That more or less like us, actually.
Yeah, but
So maybe we've taken that from cats, and they're gonna rule the world in the future. Who knows?
I mean, there are videos of cats actually saying words, but not. Yeah, I know, it's like the old words. It's like
Of course, I've seen them. Man, I've seen the turtle. Of course, I've seen the cats talking.
but it's definitely.
Even more impressive, you need to hear the parrots singing.
Yeah, I would just well, parrots are birds. They'll have vocal cords as well,
And they can reproduce actually words. It's really cool.
but they do have to listen. They're basically mimics, aren't they? Because they have to listen to the words then said. They can't do what we can do, where. Well, then, technically speaking, we're kind of similar because we listen to our parents, we listen to our environment. It's just a lot more easier for us to do it as opposed to parrots.
Yeah, and we know what we're doing. They have no clue. It's like for us reproducing the sound of a bird. We're reproducing the sound, but we have no idea if we are saying anything in the bird language. So the parrot doesn't know that it's actually doing words. It's just making sounds.
It's basically a mirror.
But it doesn't have the consciousness of, oh, I'm singing a song.
Yeah, it's basically a mirror, isn't it? Because, or like a mimic that just mirrors, because it will listen to like someone talking a word and then they will repeat it. Did you ever see that video of a parrot who listened to an entire murder and was able to repeat it back? Yeah, it was really, apparently someone, I didn't double check this before I explain what this is, but there was a parrot who was able to get someone done for murder because they overheard the entire thing, and it was able to. It literally repeated everything word by word, including it mimicked a bang with its own.
Can you imagine that? How unlucky you need to be to kill somebody with a parrot that it can reproduce everything. I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some videos where they sing Chandelier by Sia, and it's like, what the heck? They sound like birds. It really sounds like birds.
Yeah. Could you imagine that? It's like, how did you get caught? My pet parrot repeated everything. And someone just recorded it as well. It's quite.
A parrot destroyed my life. Oh boy.
And the worst part is you can't exactly sue an animal, can you? Even if it does turn out to be false.